They're just known for a couple weeks.
Okay, and here's the other thing. You know somebody for 2 weeks, and next thing you know, they're living with you. You know, that's how children end up getting killed. And are you saying Bianca Aguilar, who was placed on deferred education in 2019, CR 10408, for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram, on February 24, 2021, for a term of 4 years? Is that you? Right. And do you plead true to violation of condition number 2 in that motion as well? And state, are you waiving all of the allegations?
Yeah, Your Honor.
Any objection?
Quick legal breakdown. When she pleads true, she's basically admitting she violated probation. That gives the judge full power to sentence her up to the maximum. At this point, the outcome is already looking risky.
Noted. Did you understand in each cause number by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility, and up to $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of...
Said, notice this, prosecution is asking for just 1 year. That's actually a relatively lighter deal in a case like this. But judges are not required to accept it. And something tells me this judge isn't Convy.
condition number 2 and each cause number? Then in each cause number, the court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. We're asking that you plead guilty of both release supervision and sentence with a 1 year in the state jail.
All right. And is that what you're requesting?
It is judging that the time to run concurrent and should have credit for time served in both. She had 480 in one case and 478, I believe, in the other, but she also did 9 months in.
All right. So, and the cause number ending in 08. Did she pay restitution to Waldo Castro?
I guess not.
Sure.
The amount of $99 for restitution left in the
Okay. And was there any restitution to Gilbert Ramirez that was due? All right. And what has she done on probation?
donor, she went in drug court and she's doing well in drug court. She was close, actually graduating and she relapsed. She was completed a dual diagnosis residential facility and she completed.
You want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record. So, what's going on with your life? Why didn't you successfully complete probation?
This right here is a turning point. Drug courts are designed to help people recover, not punish them immediately. So if she got kicked out, it usually means repeated violations or something serious behind the scenes.
Okay, you're going to have to stop whispering. I can't hear.
I went around the long school and I was doing really well. I was able to make a new job. I actually still have my job coming out of leave of absence now. I was renting my own house. I still have a house sweetheart. But I just really know that.
All right, so there has to be more going on because felony drug court just doesn't kick you out because you relapsed.
Well, I was mixed up with the wrong crowd again. I'm not
What does that mean, the wrong crowd?
going back to the same people that I kind of distanced myself from.
But still, felony drug court, if you get involved with the wrong crowd, and I always tell people, when you say you're involved with the wrong crowd, if those people were before me, they would say, I'm involved with the wrong crowd. And I would ask them, who's the wrong crowd? And they'd say Bianca.
So at the time, we went on a 4-day jail station for 3 months. And so when I went on this 4-day jail station, I was talking to a guy. I guess guy that I was talking to, and got word of it. I'm not sure where it was from I'm not sure exactly how, but they got word of it. And I know Judge Glenn had was like, uh, he heard me and everything. So he not contact him, but he was staying at my house while I went to the 4-day jail finish. So when I went to the 4-day jail finish and I did contact him, that's when he decided.
Well, what do you mean you did contact him? He's living with you.
Yeah, he was living.
Why is he living with you?
He wasn't outside. He just didn't have anywhere to stay. He was there for about a week, and then my dad ended up going over that weekend when he found out that I was doing the 4G jail function and kicked everybody out of the house. So
So here's my question. What is your relationship with this person? No, I mean, when you had him staying at your house.
we was the relationship.
Okay, so this is what I don't understand, and help me understand. I understand that people fall in love, right? But I don't understand this thing that women are doing now and men are doing too. But you're female before me, so I'll just say what women are doing now. I don't understand why women are having grown men live in their house. They don't have a job, so they're not bringing anything to the table. All they're doing is taking resources. They take the food because they don't have a job. They send you off to work. They don't clean because they feel like a woman should be doing the cleaning and the cooking, and they bring nothing to the table. I mean, are women so desperate now for men that they're just like, you know what? I know you don't have a job. I know you have no means of supporting yourself and you're a grown man, but come live with me. Is that where we fall into? That we're so desperate to have a man in our life that we would risk going to the state jail facility for 2 years to have a man in our life. And the thing about it is, I know with felony drug court, they probably told you more than one time not to have contact with him.
They told me that weekend that it was that he found out about him. I didn't just know him because
Okay, and here's the other thing. You know somebody for 2 weeks, and next thing you know, they're living with you. You know, that's how children end up getting killed. Let me just tell you, in my experience as a prosecutor and defense attorney, you know what ends up happening? A woman will go out, meet some guy at a club on Friday, and instead of that guy having enough money to take them to a hotel or motel, they just come back to the lady's house and they never leave. I'm like, this is just, I don't understand why people do that. You met some guy that you barely knew, and next thing you know, a complete stranger is living in your house. And in my day, you are the person that they used to do after school specials for. You're just a walking Lifetime movie waiting to be happening. And you know what? Mom and I will sit and watch that Lifetime movie. And you know what we'd say? Oh no, there's no way somebody would let a complete stranger who has no job move in with them. This can't be a true story. Then you know what happens in the Lifetime movie? Screen goes black, and then you got a law named after you. So I don't know why I should just give her a year for disobeying the rules of felony drug court. And I don't think it's just one time. Felony drug court doesn't do this thing because I used to be an attorney in felony drug court. If I were in felony drug court, they would say, Stephanie, we don't want you having contact with John Doe because John Doe is a drug user. John Doe sells drugs. Don't have contact with him. I'm like, oh, okay. And then they catch me with John Doe. You know what they do? They don't kick me out of drug court. You know what they say? Hey, this is the last time we're going to tell you. We're giving you this amount of time to get John Doe out of your apartment. And if you have issues with John Doe getting out of your apartment that's in your name, here's an attorney for you. They will do the necessary things and tell you what you need to do to have that person removed from your apartment. I know they did that. And I don't think you told them John Doe was living with you. I think you were shocked. They learned he was living with you.
I told them that we didn't tell them I did show the light on in the beginning, but when I went to talk to the judge, I already knew what it was about. I didn't know what it was about.
Because you know they found out.
He didn't that he was gonna make that that day because I just knew that people have to represent me. I know how church is. I know they've given me multiple chances, and so they had to tell me that I was it, and I understand that I was in there for 3 years, so I know Elsa knew me very well.
And do you have children?
I have 2 children that were together.
and you letting this man come in your house just put your children before that man, were you planning on ever having visitation with your children? And then you know what would have happened? You would have had visitation with your children, and that man would have been there, a complete stranger. And children are always depending on their parents to alert them to danger and not bring danger to him. And you know how children sometimes end up getting abused and murdered because parents are letting complete strangers come live with them. And that same guy that you have who's not working, and then he sends you off to work and you leave your children with a complete stranger. That's what happens. All of this because people have, I guess, no self-esteem for themselves or lowering their standards. Let me help you out. At some point, you know what the bare minimum standard you should have if you're getting involved with the guy? Unless he is super wealthy, that person needs to have a job. You don't need to be supporting an adult male. You're not even supporting your children, but you're supporting a grown man. I'm not going to give you a year. All right. I'm finding two true in each case, and I'm going to sentence you to 18 months in the state jail facility. Finding you guilty. Give you credit for any time served.
But she's gonna play the same thing
Did she successfully complete it?
with my machine.
Probation. Did she successfully complete safety?
And I believe DDR.
Okay. I'll give you credit for safety because you successfully completed. And I'll give you credit for DDRF. Did she successfully complete DDRF? All right, now I'll give you credit for that. Did you review in each case the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? All right, because this is not a plea bargain agreement, you do have a limited right to appeal, and that right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you were on deferred adjudication. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You are an adult. If you want to do silly things and risk your life by moving in complete strangers in your house, you can do that. But problem is when you have children, then children end up with complete strangers. And people will always tell me they will not allow drug addicts or whoever to babysit their children. That's what you do when you move a complete stranger, a grown man who doesn't have a job. Have some standards and don't go past those standards. And don't ever let complete strangers come and live in your apartment. You understand? All right, good luck to you, okay? And when you get out, if you still have issues and you want some help with drug treatment, you can always come back to court and I'll find a place for you, okay? All right, good luck to you.